The day went more quickly than we anticipated in terms of presentation of evidence. It's reasonable at this point to give the defense the evening to prepare its case.
The day went more quickly than anticipated because the key witness in the rape trial of former state representative Aaron von Ehlinger stepped off the witness stand and didn't return. Andrew Bartline was in the courtroom for day 2 of this trial, one that was much anticipated for the prosecution because, as we spoke yesterday, we weren't sure whether or not Jane Doe was going to take the stand today. Well, she did, sort of. So what happened?
Yeah, so she took the stand a little afternoon. It was maybe before 1 o'clock, 12:45-ish, and that was right coming out of the break. And so when Jane Doe took the stand, she was there for 10 minutes or so, maybe less than that, 7. And at one point, Brian, she just couldn't handle it anymore. It got to be too much for her. She was struggling to keep focus. She was struggling to listen to the prosecuting attorney and answer questions directly. She was looking off in the distance, and she just said, "I can't do this." And she got up and she walked out of the room.
Okay, so then, I mean, this is obviously a rarity in a court case or in a trial like this. So what happens now? Do we never hear from Jane Doe again in this case?
So the prosecuting attorney says that she will not be returning. So she's done with this case. She's not going to be coming back. She's not going to be testifying further, which could have been a problem and lead to a mistrial if the defense so chose, because they did not get the opportunity for cross-examination. But based on what came out of that testimony, they decided that it's not worrying them, and they're deciding they're going to keep going forward with it.
So anything that Jane Doe may have testified to up to that point, that's still part of the record?
It's done. It's completely gone. It's not part of the record at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the judge took it off the record completely because the defense did not get the opportunity for cross-examination. So that's not fair. It was only one side. The defense didn't get a chance to respond. So they told the jury, this is completely off the record. Take it out of your minds, out of your memories. When the jury decides to deliberate and decide if Aaron von Ehlinger is guilty or not guilty of his 2 felony charges, they cannot use her testimony at all.
And that deliberation could come as early as tomorrow because, as you heard the judge say, he's going to give the defense tonight to prepare their case. Could we hear anything from the defense side tomorrow?
So the interesting piece with that, the judge says if he brings anybody to the stand, it's going to be his client, Aaron von Ehlinger. They made an agreement with the prosecutors that he's not going to call any of their witnesses back to the stand as long as Jane Doe does not come back to the stand. So all of their witnesses are done, sort of an informal agreement between the two. So Aaron von Ehlinger might come to the stand and be questioned, but we'll have to find out tomorrow. The attorney says, John Cox, defending attorney, is going to look over the evidence. He's going to look over what's in court right now and what's record and make that decision tomorrow morning.
And I guess the question a lot of people have, and maybe it's just for legal experts, but what benefit would there be for Aaron von Ehlinger to take the stand in this case tomorrow?
If they felt there was evidence they needed to get out in front of, and he has a testimony that would refute some incriminating evidence, then yes, that would make sense, right? But if they call him to the stand, then he can be cross-examined by the prosecutors. The prosecutors have put forth this narrative through the beginning of the trial that this is about power dynamics and power imbalances, that he abused his power, a 38-year-old lawmaker over a 19-year-old intern. Well, if he doesn't take the stand, they can't ask him those questions.
So this is just one of those things, went from yesterday not knowing if she's going to testify to testifying to all of a sudden everything that maybe they were counting on just walked out the room.
Correct.
Amazing. All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. We'll keep up with that. And again, starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. And what are the chances they could come to a verdict tomorrow in this case?
I'm not going to speculate on that. It's up in the air.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.